Time for your Toyota Sports Report. One of the Cinderella teams of the NCAA tournament this season was Fairleigh Dickinson, a team that became only the second 16th seed to beat a top seed in the NCAA tournament. The Knights were led by Tobin Anderson, an up-and-coming coach that got his start right here in the North Country. In 1996, Tobin Anderson began his college coaching career as an assistant at Clarkson. After spending 2 seasons as an assistant at Lemoyne, Anderson returned to Clarkson for his first ever head coaching job.
It was very important. I mean, a lot of my foundation as a coach, as far as college coaching, came from my time at Clarkson, learning how to run a program and how to recruit and be part of the school and understand that there was a pecking order in certain things, and understand when you could push a little bit and not push too much. So it was a great experience.
Anderson took over a program that was 9-16 the previous season and led the Golden Knights to a 14-12 record. In his 5 seasons at Clarkson, Anderson posted a 67-66 record, reviving the Golden Knights and making them relevant once again in the Liberty League.
I think sometimes when a program has been losing, they want change, and so change is a good thing. And I've had 3 programs that were all 3 that were losing, a lot, and took them over, and we've done well the first year because I think guys want something different. They don't want to lose. They want to win. So they're more open to trying new things, to being receptive to certain things, to working a little bit harder than they've ever worked before. And I think that's been a big part of it.
Anderson picked up his first collegiate coaching win in his first game of the season in 1999, beating Potsdam State 90-89 in overtime. A win Anderson says he'll never forget for a few reasons.
If not the top, but definitely top 2 or 3 wins of all time, because it was an incredible game. Bill had a great team, and we were not, obviously we're coming off a 9-16 year, and we played in our place in front of a packed crowd, and went to overtime. We ended up winning overtime. We had 2 players, Josh Orway and Ashton Fritz, combined for 82 points. And I've got that video somewhere, and I've watched that a few times. That was an unbelievable game, and it was awesome. It was just that. So I'll never forget that game. One of the best games of my career, and one of the most fun games too.
Anderson says one of the lessons he learned in his time at Clarkson was forging strong relationships with his players, something he's done at each of his coaching stops. Anderson says that was evident when Fairleigh Dickinson played Purdue and FAU in Columbus, as a dozen Clarkson alumni, including former players, flew in to watch their former coach on the big stage.
Potsdam, there's not a lot to do. You're not in a big city like New York City here, where there's a lot of things going on. So we had barbecues and cookouts, and it came over to the house, so we spent time. We played wiffle ball and softball, and we're in the gym all the time working hard. So those relationships that were built then, that's kind of the way I've always coached. Even now, is you move up the chain, you still want to have great relationships with your players.
Anderson took over at Iona last month, replacing coaching legend Rick Pitino, and adds his name to a long list of Gales coaches that include North Country natives Jerry and Tim Welsh.
Jerry and I've always talked to him and had such admiration for his career, and he's a good friend of mine when I was young and just starting out. So no, they're both tremendous coaches, tremendous people. And, Iona's always had great coaches, but that's the history here is a lot of success, from all the guys that have been here. So we're just trying to continue that and hopefully build our own little legacy here and get that going.
But Anderson says no matter where the road in his coaching career takes him, Clarkson and the North Country will always hold a special place in his heart.
I love the North Country. I'm an Iowa guy, so I'm a guy who likes a small town, outdoorsy feel to it. So I love being up there. So I wish I could get back up there more often.
Tobin Anderson, making the North Country proud and never forgetting where it all started for him. Recapping all the local action from Sunday, college baseball, Clarkson and RPI split a doubleheader. St. Lawrence and Bard also split a double dip. College softball, RPI takes 2 from Clarkson. St. Lawrence and Skidmore split a doubleheader. And in women's college lacrosse, it was SUNY Canton over Maine Maritime, 21-13.